Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Catherine and today's video is a review on Outschool. So my review on Outschool. What do I think? What are the pros? What are the cons? What is the tea, as they say? I felt silly saying that, but let's jump into it. Spoiler alert, I love Outschool. It has been such a blessing to me. I can't even begin to explain it. I freaking love Outschool. I cannot recommend it enough. But not everything is perfect. There are a couple cons, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump into those, and then I will explain why I love Outschool. I have literally a whole list, like a whole gratitude list about it. So the first con is that there are no benefits to Outschool. There's no health insurance, there's none of that. It's really meant to be a part-time job. It's supposed to be something that you do around your normal job, but you can make it a full-time job, and I have made it a full-time job and I love it. However, there are no benefits, there's no health insurance, there's no dental insurance. You gotta go find that on your own, but I've learned a lot since I turned 26 this year, so it's not a con to me. I got to pick my own plan and I'm learning a lot. So bright side, and it's not a con, but it might be to you. So just want to throw it out there because I get that question sometimes. There are no benefits when you are a teacher for Outschool, as in health insurance and, you know, all that fun stuff. So I have a couple cons about the pay. You make your own prices, which is a huge pro, but whatever you make, there is a 30% fee towards Outschool. Outschool takes 30%. And honestly, I wouldn't even say that's a con. Do I wish it was a little lower? Honestly, yes. I wish it was like 20%, maybe 25%. But they use that money to run ads for your class. You're using their platform and they're bringing students to you. You know, I didn't have to go, you know, find 10 students to sign up for my improv class. Like, Outschool did the work for me and they signed up on their own. So for that, I am very grateful. And if it takes 30%, it takes 30%. That's okay with me. The other con is whatever you make after the 30%. So say you made $100, Outschool takes 30%, so they take 30, you have $70. You need to save a percentage of that $70 for taxes. So I set aside 30%, I would set aside 20 to 30% and just put in your little savings. And then, you know, on April 15th, and Uncle Sam asks, hey, I need your tax money. You have it. You'd be like, here, take it. And that's all. Again, not a big deal. I also have a spreadsheet if you are an Outschool teacher, so just so you can like put in your, you know, what classes you taught that day, the notes. I have a whole video that explains Outschool pay, so be sure to watch that video and you can get the spreadsheet in the description of this video. It's super helpful just to keep up with the payment, so that once you get it on PayPal, you can just check it off like, yes, I got it, yes, $50, yes, $108, and so on and so forth. Super helpful to keep up with. But yes, out of all that money, you do need to set aside a little tiny bit for taxes. Again, that's every job, but the jobs do it for you. In this job, you have to do it yourself, so it is what it is. And the last con I only include on here because at first I thought it was a huge con, and I know a lot of people who aren't already on Outschool, who haven't started Outschool yet, probably think it's a huge, huge, huge major red X, no thank you con. But you have to make your own classes. Now that sounds super effing intimidating at first. It's like, are you kidding me? I have to make my own? No thanks, I'm gonna go somewhere where they already did that for me and I can just teach off that. That was my thinking at first. I was like, are you kidding me? It has turned out to be the biggest pro. Such a huge pro, because if I think something's stupid, I don't have to teach it. If I don't want to teach something, I don't have to teach it. I make my own classes, so I create the entire thing. I create what we're gonna do. I create, you know, if we're gonna do a quiz, like a Harry Potter quiz, a The Office quiz, I make everything in that class. And yes, it is a little bit of work up front, but you only have to do that work once, and then you teach that class over and over and over and over and over and over, blah, 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 till the end of time again. So yes, it is intimidating at first to hear that you have to create your own class and you have to create multiple classes if you want to make money, but trust me, it is such a pro, because literally you design everything. You design what you want to talk about, what you want to teach about. It is huge. Like, it is so, so nice. And like I said before, it is a lot of work up front, but on my website, CatherineDavis.com, I walk you through the entire process from start to finish, how to make the class, make an image, all this stuff. And like I've said before in my application video, whenever I don't want to do something, whenever something's intimidating or just like sounds like a lot of work, I remind myself, you only have to do this once. Only have to make, you know, a presentation on improv once. You only have to make a Harry Potter quiz once. And then once it's done, it's done. You might have to edit and tweak here and there as you go, but it's not a big deal. It's not like I have to sit there and recreate it every time. So trust me when I say making your own class is a huge pro. And also, if you are one of my referrals, I help you do that. I can help you pick out a class. I can help you, you know, design it, whatever you need help with. That's what I'm here for, my beautiful referrals. So my application link, if you haven't already applied, is in the description. And like I said, on my website I have so many resources for my referrals, so be sure to check that out. And I ask that you be a referral because I put a lot of work into that, and Outschool pays teachers who refer other teachers, so it just helps me a ton. So thank you, you lovely people. Now that we are on the pros list, like I just went to a lot of time explaining, making your class is such a huge pro. I will stop talking about it, but huge pro. Yes, a lot of work, pays off so much, and you have way more fun than just, you know, reading something that you were forced to teach about. Makes it a billion times better. It is amazing. So the other huge pro that I just love about Outschool is you create your own prices. So you're the one who decides, okay, I want to charge $13 per student for my improv class, and I only want 8 students in my improv class. How much is that? I don't know. I just changed it to 8. It used to be 6. I know 6 times 13 is 78, so whatever. 78 plus 16 is 90 something? Yes. So it's 90 something dollars for an improv class that only lasts 45 minutes. That is beautiful, and you can make classes as much or as little as you want. I have friends that have classes in the $20, $30 range because they're, you know, they're very thought-provoking classes. It's like failure to success type classes, so really powerful stuff. So obviously it's more valuable, you're gonna up the price a little bit. Or I also have a class, and it's all about, it's like me reading a story and we share our stuffed animals. And that class is only 25 minutes, and I charge I think $7 per student, which that sounds low, but I think I maxed it out at like 10 students or something like that. And so that's $70 for 25 minutes of me reading a children's book. Come on, like. And like I said before, there is the 30% fee. There is, you know, you do need to set some aside for taxes, but still, you are making a huge chunk of change just for reading a freaking bedtime story, like, or teaching improv or a Harry Potter or The Office, or, you know, all these ridiculous classes. It's crazy. It's so much fun, and I absolutely love it. And I love that Outschool lets you pick what you want to charge and lets you decide what you think these classes are worth and what you think your value is to these people. It's so like empowering, I guess. And it's just, oh, it's so nice, because if you think, you know, I've been teaching this class for a while, I think I provide a lot of value in this class, I think I'm gonna up the price by a couple dollars. You can do that because girl, it's your class, or boy. When I say girl, I mean all y'all, so whatever. You get to pick your price and you make serious bank. Seriously, if you want to fall down a rabbit hole, I've said this before, but watch the how much did I make on Outschool in a month? How much did I make on Outschool in a week? And what they say will blow your mind. So it's really, really cool. I actually have a personal goal to make $10,000 in August just by classes, so fingers crossed. We're gonna see how that goes, but I'm excited to do that, or at least try and get to that goal. But if you're like, is that possible? Yes, it absolutely is possible. So subscribe to see if I make it. Besides that, you also get to make your own schedule. So there are no minimum hours that you have to work. There are no maximum hours that you have to work. There's not a set time that you have to work between. Like VIP Kid, there's only a certain time because, you know, it's only for China, and China is only awake during these certain hours and they're kids. So there's a certain time, but on Outschool, you can teach it literally anytime. Like if I wanted to start a class at 1 a.m., I totally could, because I think Outschool's in like 120 different countries. I think that's what I heard in my training, which the training is really nice because it's concise and to the point and very short. It used to be voluntary, so if you wanted to do take the courses, take the classes, you didn't have to, but you could. Now I believe it is mandatory, and I highly recommend, and they're super short and to the point, and they tell you only what you need, and it's another huge pro great communication, great training. You feel so much better about it, because it is a little overwhelming when you sign up at first, but a lot of value there. Anyway, that was another pro I was going to mention later, but it seemed like a great time to mention it, so there you go. But back to what I was saying, you can teach it literally anytime at all. Students all around the world, I believe Outschool's in 120 different countries, can sign up to take classes on Outschool. So I've had students from London in my class, I have students from Paris in my class. I don't think I've had Australia or New Zealand yet, but I know no matter where you are in the world, you can take one of these classes. So it's also super great for travelers. Say you're traveling somewhere and you want to teach, you can adjust your schedule to that, and no matter what time you teach, you can teach, because there are students and they want to take classes. That is so cool to me. So you can make your own schedule, which means also, if you don't want to teach, you don't have to. Say you have a 3-month European vacation, go take that vacation. Take off 3 months, don't teach. It's fine. You can come back and teach after. Or if you want to teach during, you can, but you don't have to. It's 1000% up to you. So unlimited vacation, I suppose. And speaking of students, these students are so nice. Like, the parents have been so nice, the students have been so amazing and so nice, because the age group I typically teach is anywhere from like 7, 8 to about 13. So I was very nervous about this age group, not gonna lie, when I first started. I felt like that was a bigger demographic to teach classes to those ages. And I like older students, and they're older, where they can stay on topic, where they can, you know, have their own opinions, they can talk. I really enjoy classes with that age group for those reasons. I was so nervous because I thought, you know, what if I just get some punk kid who was just a jerk the whole time, and then I have to kick him out, and then what if this happens? I've had none of that. They've been so polite, so sweet. Like, seriously, these are just little tiny angel muffins that take my class, and I just love them. So I definitely want to start other classes where I can have regulars. Right now, a lot of my classes are one-time classes, which just means they meet once, and you can, for my improv class, you can take it multiple times, but for my Harry Potter class, you kind of can only take it once, you know? So I want to make more ongoing, more, you know, sign up again type classes, just so I can see these precious little angels again, because they're sweet. They are so nice. So if you are nervous about that, don't be. I mean, there are, you know, bad apples out there. You know, not every one of my VIP kid lessons went beautifully. There's definitely a couple students that I'm like, please do not take me again. Do not sign up for my class again. But I have not seen that Outschool, and that is beautiful. Let's all pray that it continues that way. And the parents are super, super nice. I've had to message a couple of them, and they are so sweet and so understanding, and they leave the kindest reviews about my class. Like, seriously, the sweetest reviews. So the rare chance you are a parent watching this, thank you. I love you. I love your students. Like, thank you. I like what we have here. The people on this platform are just super nice and just so, so sweet, and I love it. I really do. And on top of all that, Outschool is so great at communication. They are really on top of their email. They really get back to you in a timely manner and answer all your questions. Like I said before, any training or any questions you have, they have videos on, they have articles about, and they really go into detail and explain what they're looking for. They explain exactly what it is. They're very, you know, black and white, and it's very clear, and it's so easy to navigate. And I really like that. I really appreciate how great they are at communication, and just, they're so nice on their emails. Now, if you're applying and you're like, it's been 3 days, I haven't heard back, they get a lot of applications. They get a ton of applications. So you have to be patient on the application side, but as far as I know, once you get accepted and you're, you know, on the other side of the application, you're officially a teacher on Outschool. The other departments are super quick to get back to you, but yeah, they do get a little backed up in applications, so do be patient. But while you're waiting, think of all the beautiful classes you can teach. They're very open with all the classes that students want to take, and you can think of other classes you want to do, so it really is awesome. Another thing I want to mention about pay, this is another huge pro, is they have a beautiful referral system. So if you are a teacher on Outschool, you can refer other teachers, you can refer your friends, you can refer anyone who wants to become a teacher, and if they use your link and they become a teacher, Outschool will pay you $200. So, which is why I'm always so grateful, so incredibly grateful when people use my link and want to become a teacher, and I help them through the process, because once they do all that, Outschool will pay me $200, and that is just really, really cool. So if you want to become a teacher, if you want to refer, you can totally do that too. It's awesome, and it is super, super fun, and you get to meet other teachers and see what they want to teach and see what they want to do, and it's a lot of fun. So like I said, thank you if you've ever used my link. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for just supporting me. It really means the world to me, and it really helps each other, because we gotta have each other's back, right? Right. So just thank you. And it's another huge pro about Outschool. And lastly, another huge pro about Outschool is everything's just, it's a very easy site to navigate. Everything's right there. It was confusing and overwhelming at first, but if you feel like that, because I did feel like that at first, once I took the training classes, once I talked to my person who referred me, I felt a lot better about navigating Outschool. So once you get the hang of it, you got it, and it's very easy. You know what to do now. So I have lots of videos that explain how the website works, so if you're confused, check out those videos, or of course you can leave a comment below or email me. Don't get overwhelmed, just take it one day at a time. It's okay. And yeah, like I said before, I love Outschool. I cannot recommend it enough. If you were in a pickle, if you were laid off because of the world, I cannot recommend Outschool enough. You do it from your house. You can literally teach about anything in the world. Like, who in the world's gonna teach me, you know, $70, $80 an hour to talk about Harry Potter? Just Outschool, I think. Like, it's been such a blessing to me, and I hope it can help you too. So again, if you'd like to apply, my link is down below, and like I mentioned before, it does help me out when you use my link. It means the world to me, and I like to provide a lot of value to my referrals, so I have a whole website and I offer a lot of help. So anyway, thank you for being here. Thanks for watching this video, and yeah, I hope you love Outschool as much as I do. So don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! Spoiler alert, it's really meant to be a part-time class. Not only have to make a Harry Potter quiz with what? Into depth. Lastly, I don't think I said lastly yet. And lastly,